Alright, here we have a Lakewood 101, I believe. That's the model for it. Oh no, this is like the very last of the Lakewoods. This is kind of an oddball model too, because they used the grill from the older model. But anyway, I got this a couple years ago at one of the Fanimation trips. And the only reason I got it was because it was kind of a end of the line model. And yeah, this is pretty much Lakewood's last hoorah right here. Is it a great fan? Not really. But like I said, I like Lakewood, and that is why I got it. An example of one of the last Lakewood box fans. And this is pretty much it right here. Now, what they did for the very last year, I remember these when they were new at the time, around 2008, 2009. My local Rule King had these on display in the front entrance area. And I remember seeing them, sitting out running for the summer fan sale crap that they'd had. And yeah, they don't put them out on display anymore, and it's kind of sad. But anyway, this one's the last one. They put the knob and the handle back on the top of it, which is nice. It's got the brace blade fan blade that everybody knows and loves. And I've always been one to say that Lakewood did a better job with the braced blade. But this is definitely when they started slipping. Very, very much. I mean, this thing isn't nearly as good as the other Lakewood braced bladed fans I got. Here's the back of it, and you might see the oddball part, other than the cord being all crazy. But yeah, this one uses a back grill for a Lakewood 202, which was the one that had the handle back here, and the knob right there, and the cord storage thing there. It's got your typical little Lakewood motor of the time, which is not in focus because my camera is being stupid today. But yeah, there's the motor. I do not believe they make these motors anymore. I mean, were they great motors? Not really. But they were pretty resilient for a freaking cheap fan motor. I mean, Lakewood still made a decent motor. Not the greatest, but I've seen these things get beat up, thrown in the freaking yards, and rained on, snowed on, everything, and they still freaking work. I have a video of one that did that. I found it in the freaking backyard of someone's house that they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff. And it was just laying face down in the freaking mud, snow, whatever it was raining that day. I found it. And the damn thing still freaking worked. So, yeah, these motors are cheap, but they were pretty good quality, surprisingly. Now, this is when Lakewood started thinning out the motor braces. They used to be a little bit thicker than that. That was right, is a model 101. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 0.68 amps. And it still has the feet holes there. The overall quality of the fan is not perfect by any means. I mean, the paint quality ain't the best, but it ain't horrible, I guess. I've seen a lot worse. I mean, it's rubbed off over the years in some spots. Now, one thing I will say about this fan is these screws do not like to stay in very well. Because I already lost a couple. Because there was one there, it's gone. And some of them just aren't. Like this one here, for example. This one, no matter how much you tighten the dang thing, it's still loose. Like, it's stripped out. This metal's pretty thin. It strips out really easy. But like I said, despite all its freaking flaws, I kept it around because I wanted to last of the Lakewoods. And performance isn't the best, which you'll see now. By this point, I believe Lakewood just gave up because they were getting ready to close anyway. So, why make a quality fan anymore when you're going to freaking go out of business? It moves air. Not as much as the older brace bladers, but it does move air. Moves more air than that home fan did. By a small margin. I'm going to go to medium. And I mean, it's still moving a little bit of air. And it puts out a good breeze. This is what a low speed would have been like on a 90s Lakewood. And speaking of low, here's low. Which, I mean, doesn't move much air. Moves a tiny bit. But not much. Very quiet though. They did keep that standard. Anyway, go back to high. And off. I do find it weird that they use that kind of knob for it instead of just taking the old design that they had. Coast down ain't great, but whatever. But what I'm saying is they had a design where the handle went around the knob and there's like a little gray knob that went there. Don't know why they didn't just reuse that, but they just decided to design a whole new knob with this little freaking dimple there that shows what speed it's on. And I believe there's a year code on here. Maybe. I don't see one. Oh, it's from 2006. If you can see it way back in there. December of 2006. So it's probably sold for the summer of 2007. Like I said, it's cheap. It is what it is. And no, it's not getting destroyed because it's a Lakewood, and I like my Lakewoods, and it's not going anywhere. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.